in today's video, I have the Shop My Stash for the Essie fall collection. This is the it's officially sweater weather with 6 limited edition nail polishes. If you're not familiar with this series, I've already done a video for OPI's Scotland collection. I've also done a video for the China Glaze Gone West collection. And instead of shopping from those collections or shopping the store, this year I decided to shop my stash and pull polishes that look similar to their lineup. There's 6 polishes altogether in this collection, and I have to say that this is a beautiful looking collection. I like the fall feels from it. I like the cohesiveness. I feel like every single polish in this collection is in line with the fall season. So I was really excited when I saw their lineup. I am going to start off with Homegrown, and this polish on their website is described as this fall, be your authentic, low-key bombshell self in a golden peach nail polish with a pearl. This is a beautiful, beautiful color. It reminded me a little bit of a polish that they came out with in the summer, which I did end up purchasing at that time. I had 3 options here, 2 that are creams and 1 that has that pearliness to it. But on their website, it looks like the little fine shimmer that's in it, it looks a little bit more peachy, like a golden shimmer. And the polish that I have with the little pearlescent not pearlescent, but a little pearl or a little shimmer going on, this one is white. So slightly different, but it gives me the similar look on the nails. And this one is from Urban Outfitters, and it's a metallic suede is what it's labeled as. And I've had this one for a while. I wish I would have pulled my glasses because I can't see the name of this one. Did I write it down? It's called, oh, it's called Metallic Suede. That is the name of it. Duh, hello. And the color of this is really beautiful. Funny enough, I've had this for maybe 1 or 2 years now, and I've never worn it before swatching it on my nails, and I loved the way that it looks. Actually, I think I swatched it once before and I wasn't really sure how I felt about it, and this time around I thought it looked really beautiful. It could be because it's in a collection and I have something similar to it. So Metallic Suede from Urban Outfitters. I don't think they have this available anymore. They don't really keep the same polishes, or they don't really have a core line in their store. But if you have anything similar to this, pull it out. I did pull out 2 other polishes though that I had in my collection. Both of these are creams though, but the color looks about the same. This is Cling to Flame from Essie, which came out in their, what was it, their summer collection this year. I did do a review on that collection and talked about it, so I'll link it up in the cards if in case you're curious, but I'll pop in the swatch of a picture on this guy. And this gives me a little bit more of a clay kind of terracotta vibe to it as well. And one that I had never worn before, this is from Milani. I don't think Milani makes nail polishes anymore. This one is called Canyon Country. I think I swatched this one. I'm pretty sure that I did. I think this one's 3 coats, this one 2-3 coats, something like that, and this one was a couple coats for full opacity. I feel like the little fine shimmer in this one makes it for an easier application, and it had a really, really good formula. And I really like the bottles from Urban Outfitters too. So this guy is actually going to go up on my seasonal rack for the fall, which I'll record after this video. The next polish that I have here is called On the Bright Cider. This is the cream one, and kind of a similar tone to Homegrown, which is the golden peach. This one looks a little bit like it has a little bit more brown in it. The only one that I had available in my collection that leaned a little bit more brown, this one here for them is described as a creamy caramel with red undertones. And the one that I had the closest in my collection is from SinfulColors, and this one is called Hot Toffee. And I feel like mine leans definitely more brown than theirs does. Theirs has a little bit more red in it for sure. That warms it up quite a bit more. But this is also a really great option, and this was a polish that I bought this year and is an untried for me. So I'm going to pull it out and put this one on the nails this fall. Easily Suede is their taupe. So this is a heavily grayed out taupe. It looks like it has a little bit of purple in it as well. And this is a cream finish. So I had 2 options in my collection. I have some taupes, but some of them lean a little, either they have a little bit more brown and purple in them, not really heavier on the gray side. So the one that was closest in my collection is from Dior. This is called Trigger, and I have tried to put this on the nails a few times now, or I put it on my seasonal racks, and I just never wear it. I don't know what my deal is. This is not one that I would actually wear in the fall. I don't know, there's something about this particular polish here that it gives me more winter vibes than anything, so it's not one that I'll be putting on my seasonal rack. And another one that I had, this is Miss Fancy Pants, which is an old favorite, and next to Dior's Trigger, it's a lot lighter. You can see that here, but still you can see the gray in this one. I don't know if you can see that. The next polish in the collection is Hey There, and when I saw this color, I thought it was so beautiful. It looked very buttery. This is a cream finish, by the way, and on their website they are labeling this as a buttery yellow with red undertones. And I don't have a lot of yellows in my collection anymore. I got rid of a lot of them. I used to have one from Wet n Wild that I think was a little bit similar to theirs. I used to also have one from Avon that I just would never wear, so I gave it to my mom to give away to someone else. And the only 3 yellows that I have, one is from Revlon, which is a little bit more of a pale kind of sunshiny yellow. I have the one that I'm going to mention right now, and then I also have one from Sally Hansen, which is their mellow yellow, which I wore earlier in the year, this summer actually. I just talked about it, and the formulation was terrible because it took forever to dry, and it wasn't a good turnout. So the only one that I have available that's slightly similar, and one that I pull out during the fall season anyways, is Never a Dullest Moment from OPI, which came out in their Washington DC collection now a few years back now. This has a cream formula or cream finish, and it's opaque at 3 coats. I have Rustworthy. This color was also really beautiful. There's 3 that stood out in this collection to me and that I thought were gorgeous. This is their burnt orange with a metallic finish. I feel like theirs is the color's a little bit more, like it has a little bit more red. It's a little bit more intense than the one that I have from SinfulColors. This one, although it's very, very similar, I feel like it leans a little bit more orange. And I know on their website they're labeling it as a burnt orange, but I think that burnt description is, and the color is what makes a difference. It's a little bit more, it intensified the color a little bit more. But anyways, this is the option that I have, which is from SinfulColors, and this is called Copper Pot, which is beautiful, and I don't think I've ever worn this polish. So I'm really glad that I'm doing this series, and I'm happy that I pulled this guy out, because when I swatched it, I thought it was so freaking beautiful. I don't know what was holding me back from putting this guy on my nails. And funny enough, I have Harvest Moon from China Glaze, which my bottle is about 25% gone. And when I put this guy on, I actually like it better. Than this guy on the nails. Although this is really pretty, I feel like this one is a little bit more complementary to my skin tone, so just thought I would mention it. Harvest Moon, I feel like the shimmer particles are a little bit larger than the one from SinfulColors. And SinfulColors, you see a little bit of marbleization in the bottle, so you can see a little bit of mixture of the copper shimmer as well as a little bit of gold shimmer in it, which I feel is what makes it just a little bit less intense than Rustworthy from Essie. So anyways, these 2, I don't think I swatched this guy because I pulled it last minute also. And the last polish is also a standout to me. I thought this was really beautiful. This one is Sweater Weather, and this one is, I think it's labeled as a shimmer. I want to say that it is. Yes. But it also looks a little bit metallic, kind of like their copper polish. I found 2 options in my collection, one that's a little bit lighter and one that's a little bit more foresty green, kind of like their polish. But I feel like the shimmers on my picks, the shimmer particles are a little bit larger, so they look like shimmer polishes, to where theirs does look like a shimmer, but I feel like it leans even slightly to a metallic finish also. So I have 2 options here. I have a SinfulColors, trusty old SinfulColors, you know. I love SinfulColors, they're so awesome. This is called Queen of Green, and this one has some green and gold shimmers running through it. It's really beautiful. It's also really intense. It's a beautiful foresty green, even leaning a little bit darker than that. And the next one was an untried for me, and this was a gift to me from my friend Nay, and I still had not worn it. So I'm glad I pulled it out. This one is called, I don't know why they make the writing so small, Lucky Charming from Pure Ice. I only have a few Pure Ice polishes, and every single one has always had a great formula, and this was no different for me. So I have two options here to substitute their Sweater Weather polish. Okay, I think that's everything. I had all my tabs open here, and I didn't even really take a look at all of them. And of course, I based a lot of my selections off of Google Images, like I've mentioned before. God, this one looks so pretty. That Cider one, I forget the name of it. On the Bright Cider, looks really beautiful. And the Taupe one, which is the, what is it called? The Easily Suede, is that it? Yeah, the Easily Suede one. I feel like everybody has a color like that in their collection, whether it leans a little bit more purple, a little bit more gray, or it's a little bit lighter in tone, doesn't really matter. It still gives you the similar feels. There's 3 polishes here that I thought were really beautiful. Just the collection overall, as an overview, I think it looks amazing. But the 3 that are my favorites is Sweater Weather, which is their metallic or their shimmer green. The Rustworthy I thought was freaking beautiful. I like that burnt orange look to it, or kind of a reddish orange. And Hey There, I thought that was really gorgeous as well. I think they did a really great job in their lineup. I do actually plan on doing, I don't know, I wasn't sure. Initially I wanted to do this for the Orally collection, but I kind of glanced at their collection. I haven't taken a super close look at everything, but I was so underwhelmed by it. I hate saying that. And quite frankly, after doing OPI, China Glaze, and now Essie, out of all 3, I have to say my favorites were in the Essie collection and some polishes in the OPI collection, just because I found them to be pretty unique to my personal collection. But anyways, I may or may not do the Orally one. I'm not really sure. After this video, actually, I'm hoping to just record my fall seasonal rack because it's almost done. I was just waiting to do this video so I can put some of these polishes on that rack, and then I have it ready basically. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for the feedback. All of you guys have really enjoyed this series, and I'm super thankful that you have. I'm happy that you have found it helpful because it's been helpful to me. So I really appreciate it. Have a great weekend. Today's Friday. This should be going up on Saturday, which is when you guys are watching it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.